but we're going to put you in profit. That's what I'm here to talk about. Put you in profit right away. Now, if that's not exciting enough because you need to know what am I getting for the 1950, I told you, we are creating right now an opportunity for consumers, for you and I, to get behind a cause with a tremendous purpose. Because there's three big issues facing our environment right now, facing our society right now. I've obviously covered personal economic recovery. Watch the news. I don't care if you watch Fox News or CNN's headline news. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. Guess what? Our economy is messed up. The unemployment rate is through the roof. The debt ceiling, why did they raise the debt ceiling? Because our government's defaulting. So we're going to show you how you can rebound personally. Make an extra $200, $300 a month. You want to make more than that? Great. But I think that's a pretty healthy return on investment. 20 bucks. You turn around and you start making a couple of hundred. That's your personal economic recovery. And you can go from there. I'm not going to do the compensation here because there's another way you can go out there and watch how the comp plan plays out. But the other two things besides your personal economic recovery, job creations. What we're doing is creating, with sustainable renewable energy, we're creating an industry right now that doesn't exist. We're creating right now jobs for people to assemble windmills, for people to go out there and erect the windmills, and for people to maintain these wind farms. Now, do you understand if someone is working to assemble, create, and erect windmills in Ohio, in Indiana, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, that those people that are erecting and maintaining these windmills, they're going to need to be there? You can't outsource those jobs overseas. You can't outsource those jobs to Mexico. We're going to create jobs that remain in these markets. Folks, I live in Michigan. Half of this state is in foreclosure. All I hear from people all the time is, this is such a bad economy. Well, guess what? This is put up or shut up time. You want to create jobs right here in Michigan, right here in Indiana, right here in Ohio? Then let's go ahead and get behind the new technology, sustainable renewable energy. That's what I mean by creating jobs right here. Not home-based businesses, that's the obvious one. We're going to create real jobs in an industry right now that's in its infancy stages. More important than that, energy independence. Folks, is anyone besides me frustrated that we send $1 trillion every year to the Middle East for foreign oil? Does it bother anyone else that these are countries that don't have our best interests at heart? In fact, I don't think they could care less about us. But we spend trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars on foreign oil. Well, what would it be worth to you if we could go out there and create enough wind farms that we could get our electricity from wind power, lower our burden on this country for its dependency on foreign oil? Again, economics. Demand goes down, supply stays the same. What happens to the price? The price goes down. But let's take it a step further. Wind power and electricity. What if we could create enough wind farms that we could create so much electricity that electricity became less expensive? Why don't we have more electric cars? Because it's not cost effective. Because most people don't want to drive around in an electric car, and they certainly don't want to pay a lot of money for them. Well, what if we could make it cost effective that now the auto manufacturer said, man, electricity is so cheap, people are going to want to drive an electric car. So you know what? They start mass producing electric cars. You and I start driving electric cars. We don't need as much gasoline. What happens to the price? Again, down. What if we could take the leverage back, folks? That's what you're getting when you purchase American Wind. You're purchasing, giving leverage back to our country. If you think the government's going to do it, think again. Again, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. It's the haves and the have-nots. They don't care about us, and if you're not sure about that, I hate to tell you, there's not a Santa Claus either. It is time for us as American citizens to choose whether we want to be a third-class nation or not. We used to be a superpower. We're a joke right now. But this is a chance for us as individuals. We've all been angry, but what is your mechanism right now to create jobs in our country? What is your mechanism right now to lower the burden on our dependency for foreign oil? What is your mechanism? If you have one, share it with me. The reason I get so passionate about this is my mechanism. I've been angry for a long time, but angry with no mechanism is frustrating. Angry with a mechanism is a cause. And you know what, folks? If enough people figure this out and get behind this cause, then we can help bring America back to the prominence that it once had. Instead of being the laughingstock because we're defaulting on everything, we're dependent on countries that could care less about us, and we've got unemployment going through the roof at the same time everybody's defaulting and foreclosing on their homes. So you decide for yourself. Do you want a better America? If you want a better America, I'm all for your options. But I believe American Win right now is going to give you the chance. And please understand this, folks. We are creating an opportunity that has a tremendous profit motive for you. We're not asking you to go out there and protest and chain yourself to a tree. We are going to have a global impact, a positive impact on the environment when we can transition energy to greener, safer sources. But the problem is myself and everybody else says, I don't have time to volunteer and to protest and to chain myself to a tree. That's not what's happening. Those folks already support saving the environment. What if the rest of us that don't do our part, what if we could get behind the bandwagon, even if it was just for a profit motive? Energy deregulation, the best, most exciting trend in home-based business right now. And you have a chance to get in. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm going to end this presentation right now by telling you, you go do your own research. But I'll give you a hint. USA Today newspaper, cover page of the money section, the Thursday before Memorial Day weekend, 2011. I was flying home from Connecticut to Michigan to see my family for the holiday. I get on the plane, someone left the USA Today, I thumb through it, the cover page of the money section, guess what it talked about? Venture capitalists dumping billions of dollars into the creation, development, and maintenance of sustainable renewable energy. Could I have asked for a more clearer sign that what we're doing is here and it's here to stay? Folks, you do your own research, but if you want to know what a hot business trend is, look at the venture capitalists. That's where they dump their money. And see, you and I can play in the same sandbox now with the multimillionaires. How? By participating with American Wind, $19.50 a month. You know what? You're not under a contract of any long-term commitment. Our job is to get you in and get you profitable. And here's the way it works. Let's just say that you don't even get your Fast Start bonus, but you find 5 people who say, yeah, this is good for America and I'm going to support it. And we help those 5 people. See, because 5 times $5 means you made 25 bucks. You're not rich, but it covered your $19.50. And we're going to help these 5 people to do the same exact thing. And guess what? They make the same $25. Are they rich? Absolutely not. But you know what? They got their money back. So all of a sudden, you've got 30 people times 50 cents. You know what? In your first couple of days, the first couple of weeks, you've got a residual income coming in to offset the $19.50. Folks, in business, the only thing that matters is obviously, is it legal? Yes. Is it ethical? You bet. Is it good for our country? Absolutely. But are you in profit? If we can put you into profit in your first 30 to 60 days, and now the $19.50 that you're spending for the renewable energy credit qualifies you for a check that's greater than $20, guess what? Now you are a successful entrepreneur here in America. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen. Watch the full presentation, and we look forward to seeing you at a presentation soon.